Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden episode 155. What happened last time?
Last time, they cracked the code and surprise, surprise, it was exactly what I thought it was. However, we're moving on and we're getting into Naruto's Sage training arc. I'm genuinely excited about this. I really liked seeing Jiraiya's training arc. The area, it's just such a cool place.
Yeah, and it's
different. In general, it's completely different than it's like I thought the Bone Forest was cool, and like some of the places that we've been are cool, but this is like otherworldly. But we found out that it is technically in the world.
Indeed.
But the environment and like obviously the characters are all toads, so it's just
very
totally different, yeah. A bit more magical,
extremely new.
And we're learning about Sage chakra, which is taking it from the environment and like working that in with yourself, which is really interesting. Mm-hmm. Makes total sense. I've said before I would be interested if, like, by learning this, Naruto gains more of an understanding, and then maybe it will help him to, like, with his normal chakra or with the Nine Tails chakra, potentially. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. Indeed.
Well, it's a really exciting part of the story. This is a lot of people's favorite arc.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really... You're in for a treat. It's a lot of fun. This is a great time. So, hope you guys enjoy our reaction to it. Hope you enjoy the episode, I guess. But hopefully you've already watched the episode. Not hopefully, you have watched the episode. You're coming here to see what we have to say and hear what we have to say. Not just to rewatch the show. We're not providing you a market substitute. Support the official release on legal channels. We're watching on Netflix. Support the official release. And hit like and subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden. If you enjoy our reactions, if you want to see more, you can go to patreon.com/boldcast to get a week ahead, as well as uncut reactions for this show and many others. We hope you enjoy most of all. Let's go. Anything else you want to say before we get going?
No.
Let's go.
Die?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We just completely skipped over that.
Nature was telling him to die. Weird analogies. Now, just relax. You're not actually going to die, Naruto boy. Just wait and listen all the way until the end. I'll explain it step by step.
I like how that was meant to be a big cliffhanger.
And then he's just like, what are you talking? Oh, yeah.
By learning how to become one with nature, you also gain full control over nature energy entering and leaving your body. Practically speaking, what this means in terms of your training. Yeah. You don't move. Okay. I mean that you must learn to sit still. Animals like us can only appreciate and learn nature energy when we stop all our own movements and synchronize.
It's gonna be hard for Naruto. Really damn hard for Naruto.
Basically, I have to be still. Isn't that a little bit too easy?
Naruto, you really don't get it at all, do you?
The hardest thing for animals to do is to be absolutely still.
Doing stuff like jumping, running, and working to manipulate my chakra, I've done all kinds of training like that. But not moving? I've never really had a reason to do much of that before. That's how you take in nature energy, and that's exactly what I'll do.
Well, I guess it's just lucky for you that there's a better way, a shortcut.
There is? Really? Then teach it to me, Geezer Toad.
This waterfall behind me. It's the secret toad oil of Mount Miyaboku.
What's it used for?
Come here and hold out your hand.
What's it used for?
This is far more than just ordinary oil. It has the property of attracting nature energy. This stuff will help advance your training.
Whoa. Now that's useful.
Wherever you rub this oil onto your body, nature energy will be able to enter through that spot. And then gradually, as you learn to feel it, you will gain the ability to sense nature energy.
Yeah, you're right. I think I can feel something through my skin.
You're just beginning. This is a tool to help you grasp the concept. However, there is a risk. If a neophyte who cannot control nature energy uses it, they start transforming into a frog.
Just dunks his face in it. Oh my god.
What the hell is this? Oh, I don't want to be a frog. back to normal.
It's all about balance. You're used to turning your mental and physical energy into ninjutsu chakra. So you've already got a balance when it comes to that. You must add nature energy into the mix. And that balance, you take in too little and you won't get sage jutsu chakra. And yet if you take in too much, nature energy will overwhelm you and turn you into a frog.
Naruto.
Of course, if you only take in a little too much, the transformation's reversible. But get beyond a certain amount of it and you'll never revert back to human again. You'll be trapped, forced to remain a frog forever and ever, Naruto boy. The students who attempted this training in the past, but were unsuccessful, turned into those stone statues.
I was gonna say earlier, all these statues seem like, I was wondering how they got there and if they were just dead frogs.
Baton is a tool that can beat nature's energy right out of your body. So if I see you start to transform into a frog, then I simply beat you thoroughly. I gotta be honest with you. Even Jiraiya boy wasn't able to completely master this ability. When he manipulated
Exactly.
Jujutsu chakra,
That's why it looked all fucking weird.
Yeah.
had some frog features.
I'll do it. My ninja way is the same as pervy sages.
I really wish we could watch that intro. Skipping
I'm glad
intro.
that the first shot of it isn't.
Like a huge spoiler.
Yeah.
The last shot is a big spoiler. So that's the problem.
Six Tails is finally ours.
Now we can go on a hunt for the Nine Tails.
Yes, that's a good idea. Because you killed Jiraiya, the Leaf will set their sights on you. We should take action before...
Good thing Naruto's hiding away in Frogland.
So no matter what happens or what they plan, we will capture the Nine Tails.
A place that's like unreachable.
The beast remains.
Not two.
Sasuke has already captured the Eight Tails.
I see.
It's a creepy room.
Conan, make all the preparations. We leave now for the Hidden Leaf Village.
I don't like that.
Maybe all bruised on the outside and bleeding on the inside. Hey, you know, I have a much better training method that we can try out.
What's that?
I can do this training with shadow clones as well. They'll exponentially increase my progress in learning all this.
You do have a point.
However,
The experiences that the shadow clones have would revert back to the original. But remember, if even a single one of the shadow clones completely changes into a frog during this, it's all over for you, Naruto boy.
Yeah, I already know all that.
Very well. But 4 is the limit. Any more,
Okay.
and neither the baton nor I can keep up.
All right!
just like playing whack-a-mole with Naruto.
He's trying to speed it up. Oh. It's so fast. He's just...
This isn't a game of whack-a-mole. Training.
Oh, I hate pain.
Yeah, imagine that. One of them completely absorbs, turns into a frog, then it reverts, all the chakra goes back to him, and he's a...
Not because I'm turning into a frog. Come on!
Oh, we hit him because he's all swollen.
Then unless you already possess enormous chakra inside of you, then nature energy would simply take over and transform you immediately. That is how intense and incredible nature energy is. But also, you must possess the guts to never give up.
If there's one thing Naruto has.
The guts to never give up is my middle name.
Fool, you wanna die?
This must have been a long day of recording. Whoa! Naruto boy, more like Naruto Buddha is more like it.
I can see it! Yeah!
Excellent. It seems he's finally starting to be able to sense nature energy. That's some tasty food, isn't it? They're all Ma's most special dishes.
These are delicious. They're my favorites.
Blech.
That actually did taste good. I'm becoming less human after all.
Now then, I want you to try to lick
That'd be pretty
one of
cool,
the
though.
stone first. Why
Eat
don't you try
bugs?
lifting
Well,
one
like if it tasted good, like that's I'd be like, holy shit, my training's really working. If Like, even this garbage, bugs and shit tastes good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't lift it! That's
Come on, Naruto, that's a bad attitude. Gotta believe it.
Mix in some sage jutsu chakra.
Okay.
Good. Now try lifting the frog again.
All the warts. So gross. Holy shit, he's doing it.
He's really doing it.
That's it, Naruto boy.
Holy fuck.
Done there, Naruto. You idiot! How dare you treat your predecessor with such
I was just gonna say, like, this is... He's just...
Then Jiraiya boy too.
I wonder if they can ever be reverted. Like, ever. I guess not.
I guess not.
They're fucking dead. Oh, Jesus.
the Eight Tails. It seems Sasuke was
Fucking black hole? We never saw that before.
Pain is collecting the 9 tails.
Pain is collecting the 9 tails. Oh, shit.
You won't tire and you'll recover and heal quicker too.
No way.
There's no downside
With
to
the
this.
9 tails chakra in the mix, he's showing a truly remarkable recovery rate.
I wonder, maybe I can do that too.
Do what?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing at all.
Naruto? Never mind!
Here,
What do you think he meant?
I thought I'd give you this
don't
little
know.
gift today, Naruto.
Oh, his
Huh? What's that?
A
freaking
book.
Rasen
This
Shuriken
is the very
jutsu.
first- And a lot of Jiraiya boy's thoughts and feelings are contained within it. You ought to read it.
You know the book? You remember?
It's a Naruto book.
Tales of a cutscene ninja.
You ready to give up yet? Starting to tire of our little game of tag.
Well, it looks cool as shit. I still have so many bad memories with this song.
I just have one thing to say.
I don't care what you say.
Give up, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, about that.
Like an action hero.
Even if you take me down, another assassin will just take my place. As long as we're cursed to live in this ninja, then there can be no peace. Ever.
Well, I'm going to break that curse one day. If there's truly peace in this world, then I am going to find it. I will never stop looking.
That's the 4th Hokage's voice, by the way. The actor.
Who are you?
My name is...
The author photo.
I'm just not quite sure how to go about it as of yet, but I truly believe eventually the day will come when all people will understand one another and live in harmony.
Boy, it sounds kind of complicated to me.
And if I can't find the solution, then perhaps I'll entrust you to find it instead. Eh, Naruto?
Yes, sir. I can't turn down a request from my master, can I, Pervy Sage? What? What the hell's so funny about that?
Your smile is my salvation, Naruto. I'm very glad I made you my student.
Yeah? You really are?
But
No.
I haven't given up on doing it myself just yet, you know.
Huh?
I still plan to change this world with my books.
With those books you don't sell, you mean?
They'll be bestsellers before you know it. And when the day finally arrives, I won't autograph your copies even if you beg me to.
I don't want your stupid autograph anyway. I don't want that anyway. Because you gave me something much more valuable. Thank you.
Fuck. Whoa. The source looks way bigger.
Few people. It sure is taking a while. Shut up.
Yeah, how long does it take now? A week?
It appears that Sasuke has blundered.
Ew.
It's not fun.
It's pretty funny.
It's an octopus leg.
Yeah. What are you, stone Zetsu? What the fuck? What'd you think of that episode?
Pretty cool. We've got the toad oil. Pretty disgusting.
Yeah, these episodes are covering a lot. I'm so glad that they're like spending time on what's actually happening.
Yeah, and it's Naruto is still asking questions, but he's not being as complete annoying shithead 24/7 just for the sake of like
the
filling
audience.
up the story.
Yeah, filling up the story and the audience and like recapping and stating things in a different way so that people understand you're not leaving anybody behind, but the real reason is because you don't want to move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's so great. Like that's why the training feels so good. There's already so much progression and it feels really earned.
And Naruto's like thinking, like he's taking the information and actually applying it to what he wants, which is to be able to use his special jutsu.
Yeah, and they didn't full on say that. You had to really think about that.
Yeah, but it's smart because, like, it's just good to see that because it shows that this training is, like, meaning something to Naruto, not just, oh, I as the author wanted Naruto to have these abilities, and I'm like...
it means something for him
and
personally.
I'm doing a training arc just so that I can then make him do this other thing. It's like, Naruto is recognizing what this training might mean for him in his future, and that's really cool. And he's, like, recognizing, like, oh, I'm following in my master's footsteps, like, I'm following my teacher, doing what he did, but I'm also... like taking that to the next level potentially. That's
what is so satisfying about shonen in general, but specifically why this is working where other shit in the show hasn't. Because like, so let's break down what Naruto said when he was like thinking about his Rasen Shuriken. I honestly don't. I think that sounds right, but I don't remember if that's what he was actually talking about. But let's say he was, because I think you're right. What is the Rasen Shuriken? First of all. It's the perfected version of the fourth Hokage's ultimate jutsu that he couldn't figure out. Naruto figured it out, and so he resurrected basically the spirit of his father, the person that he wants to emulate most. He doesn't even, I don't think he actually knows it's his dad. So. But the fourth Hokage, regardless, the person that saved him when he was a baby. Or saved him? No, what the fucking thing?
Kind of cursed him.
Blessing and a curse, whatever. The point is, he's like resurrecting that spirit, created the Rasen Shuriken, took it a step further, took that spirit and made it his own. Now he's doing the same thing with that person's master, his like grandfather essentially.
Yeah. Taking
that spirit, what they did, they couldn't do it perfectly. He's gonna take it and then use that to like again resurrect the spirit of the father and move it forward and take it to a new level and really like take on the responsibility.
He's really taking like all the pieces of the people who came before him and like making the best. Like he's really going to the next level of that.
It's awesome.
It's really nice. Really cool to see. I don't like that those frogs are all, I guess, dead people.
It's pretty creepy.
It's creepy that they just keep them hanging around and use them for training exercises.
Yeah, it is. But what else are they going to do? I think they're literally just rocks now. They're not like petrified, like Medusa stoned. I think that they're legit just rocks because they became one with the earth. That's what nature energy does, or nature chakra or whatever it does to you. So, pretty dope.
Pretty cool with, he can...
How crazy was it when it was just like, here, take this oil. It's supposed to help you. Why is my hand webbed? Oh, it's so creepy. He just
but it makes sense.
Like, what the fuck?
It's interesting, like, Jiraiya also. Like, that's why Jiraiya looked so weird. Yeah. It wasn't because he had to look that way. He just wasn't... He, like, always got a little bit too much.
Yeah, he couldn't fully control it and get the perfect amount.
Yeah, what else?
The Eight Tails is what else?
Pranked.
Filthy prank.
They've got totally pranked. I love how it lasted so long until they were like already like midway into the sealing jutsu, and then they're like, what?
It seems Sasuke blundered. I love that. And I love how Zetsu is laughing his fucking ass off at it. He thinks it's so funny. Well, one of them does. White Zetsu thought it was funny. Because it is fucking funny. It's so...
It is funny. I love... Yeah, and it's like... it seems Sasuke blundered. Yeah, Sasuke's not as strong as he seems.
Yeah.
He killed Orochimaru when Orochimaru was, like, super weakened and, like, on death's door.
Literally on death's door.
He defeated Itachi because Itachi wanted to die there.
Yeah.
And now he thinks he can take on, at this point, the most powerful Jinchuriki
He's
user.
also weaker than he was when he fought Itachi. Technically, well, he's stronger because he has the Mangekyo Sharingan. But physically speaking, he's not as strong. Because Itachi ripped Orochimaru's chakra out of him.
That's the other thing. And
he
using
doesn't
the
have the curse
Mangekyo
mark.
Sharingan is, like, extremely detrimental to him, so he can't just be pulling that out
Even though he did
24/7,
twice in that
even though
fight.
he did. But that just shows he had to resort to the thing that you shouldn't resort to for something that you didn't even succeed in.
And it wasn't even your objective. It was like a
No.
side mission.
And now the Akatsuki are like, oh, well, it seems like Sasuke fucked up again. And
Yeah,
it's
well,
like...
you outsourced the most important thing in your entire job.
All of the Jinchuriki or tailed beasts he could have gone after, that one was the hardest one. They gave him the hardest one. Well, I mean...
Other than Naruto.
Other than Naruto, but Naruto can't control it yet, which is also more dangerous because he can just go full-on Nine Tails, but, you know...
Also, now that all of the other tailed beasts are sealed, I guess it's okay to say in the fillers. So the filler arcs, at least a couple of them, I think a bunch of them,
We're catching...
We're fleshing out the other Jinchuriki
Oh, okay.
that weren't shown in the story. So, like, when they were just finished, I think it was a Six Tails. That was the first, I think, I can't remember if it was the first or the second, one of the filler arcs. I don't know if you remember that one OP, the Bluebird OP, where it was a bunch of filler characters, like, jumping around.
Oh, yeah, I think I do.
If you kind of remember, there was, like, the one guy with his arm wrapped up, and he, like, freaked out and then, like, jumped to the camera. Yeah, but we
skipped that.
We watched that OP. We skipped the arc,
Yeah.
but yeah. So they just sealed, and we saw his body there. So I always thought it was cool how they kind of tie that in. But that might have been last episode even, but I just forgot to mention it. Anyway, so that's something, I guess. But
yeah, and Pain is going after Naruto. Good thing he's secretly hiding in Frog World.
And I forget if it was this episode or next episode or last episode. I mean, where we saw. Pain. It might have been last episode, regardless, whatever.
With the, like, new...
The new edition, yeah. A shorter girl-looking person.
Yeah.
With the fucking thing on the head. Whatever that was. And then there's a flashback with Naruto and Jiraiya at a shrine. Just hanging out and talking. And the
Naruto.
I think that's like the third time we've seen that scene, but like we saw it in real life, the real life version with like the guy who would eventually become one of the Pains, and then like, yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that too, of like how all the Pains were like
ninja from Jiraiya's past,
which is still super weird and unexplained.
It is really weird.
Yeah, but. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder, Naruto just got to read that book. That's really special. Really sad.
Yeah.
But I guess he still doesn't even know, like, who his parents were.
Yeah, and it wasn't, it was revealed to us in a talk between Jiraiya and Tsunade, but he wasn't told.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's interesting, by the way, they didn't explicitly say, but, Uzumaki was his mom's name, not his dad's name. His dad's name was Minato Namikaze.
Oh yeah, I feel like I've like noticed that before.
You never talked about it. I'm sure you did notice it. That's why I pointed it out because but I don't think we actually talked about it.
Well, they probably did that so that he wouldn't know, or like people who wouldn't know wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because if he
had the
same last name as the fourth Hokage, looked exactly like the fourth Hokage, I'm pretty sure he would be like, wow, that was probably my dad. But if he was named after his mom and she was, like, irrelevant in terms of, like her lineage was kind of irrelevant in terms of, you know, things that we talk about in this village, then that's a bit safer for him.
Yeah, perhaps. Well, I guess we'll just move on to the next one unless there's anything more you want to talk about this episode. Good episode.
Yeah.
Good like really good episode.
Really
like
fun.
I
can't remember the last time I really enjoyed a Naruto training session. Like genuinely
when he first learned the Rasengan probably.
Yeah.
Was the last like really good one.
And then since then, it's like, oh, he learned, like, bigger Rasengan.
Well, the Rasen Shuriken training when he was doing learning the...
That was, like, interesting, but
the information was cool, but like, the actual training was so dragged out. Yeah, exactly. Like, it was really cool, but they fucking dragged it out. The information, the new lore was cool, the new, like, aspect that he had to master. Mm-hmm. And that one was cool, because each time it's, like, training arcs, at least in this, are used to, like, introduce a new bit of the power system that Naruto can like figure out in his own way.
I think the other thing with Naruto doing that training arc, not only was it dragged out, but it also seemed like the author had just decided that was the new power system, so they had to include it.
It happened really abruptly.
As soon as possible, so that then we can move on. This seems like it's a bit more in place because it's very specific. It wasn't just, oh, no one knew about this very basic foundation of how the power works. It's like, no, this is a specific thing. Pretty much only Jiraiya and these frogs knew about it.
So it makes sense that it was because like if you think about how like between the time where Naruto was learning the wind like the chakra natures and stuff like that and when it was first introduced was like a couple episodes. It was first like I forget what made it what like was the first introduction. Oh, it was like Yamato, but they never explained that. They just said like wood style, etc., but they didn't actually explain it. The first time we got an explanation of it or like saw like actually what was going on there was when Kakashi was just like, by the way, this entire thing exists and we've never talked about it before. With this one, we saw Jiraiya use it previously.
Yeah.
So we knew there was like some weird different sage thing going on there, and they said like sage mode or whatever. Mm-hmm. And but so there was some time there was like that happened, then a bunch of other shit happened, and now we're actually learning about what it is and like learning how it works and stuff like that. It was introduced a little bit earlier. So and that's really important.
And it also makes sense for the characters to not know about it
because it's so specific.
The bad thing about the other one was that this is something that probably should have...
100% of ninjas know about it.
Yeah.
It's like but we somehow went the entire series without ever talking about it. That was the problem with it. And it was cool. I really liked how they introduced the chakra natures and like the rock, paper, scissors type shit that they got going on. And type advantages and stuff and how everything interacts. It's really awesome and cool. But it was between the time where it was decided that was a thing and where we were learning about it was like... It happened so fast. Where
I get it obviously needed to for the plot.
100%, but I just wish it happened earlier.
Yeah,
like if they figured that out earlier, it would have been cool,
or
better. It was cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess what I'm saying is this is just better.
This is just awesome. Is like this is such a good part of the story. I feel really engaged with like each breakthrough and each little thing. Like just the simple thing of Naruto enjoying the food. Is like a cool, like, oh, he's really learning if now he enjoys this obviously disgusting food. That's like an obvious signpost that he is improving at a rapid pace and like little breakthroughs, little things.
And they smack him with a stick.
Yeah.
but it's like, it's so funny because I feel like every anime has some kind of thing where the teacher like fucking smacks the student, but they like give a reason for it. Like you need to smack the nature out of you.
Yeah.
So that's funny. And the valid explanation for not using shadow clones. Not just pretending that never happened.
Exactly.
Saying, oh, we could do that, and then being like, well, we can kind of do that, but not really because it's super dangerous.
Yeah, so, and, thinking about it, it's basically
and Naruto came up with it, which is showing once again that Naruto
It wasn't just Kakashi coming up with it, and then Naruto being like, oh yeah, that was
and then
my
Naruto
idea.
Forgetting about everything every time anything happens. So.
Oh, one more thing, fuck. Oh no, I forgot what I was gonna say! Shit. Naruto, oh no, I forgot. Oh, so basically he's meditating is what's happening here. He needs to be completely still and one with nature. In order, that's like the top of this is controlling it. So he's used to how quickly can we get this done? How much can I move and do shit to like get this done faster? That's what the shadow clones are doing. But it's like counterproductive, his previous way of learning. So he literally needs to learn something new in order to, and like do something completely different and against his nature and improve for like from the ground up in order to get better. He can like use it a little bit here and there, but it's like against what he's actually trying to do. What he really needs to do is just to relax and be calm and centered and stuff like that, which is just cool. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.